with multiple screens up at the same time, because I'm trying to scalp and analyze the market at the same time. So I got the the shots up on different screens, and it's gonna be messy just switching screens all the time. So I'm gonna try this. If you can't see the screens properly, just let me know, and I will try to figure something out. All right, let's run the intro. Right, I forgot to actually. Oh man, we have a new intro, so I should probably get that new one. Give me a minute. Music, really? Oh man, didn't even know I had music on. Must be in my headphones. Right, so music should be good now. Right, so where is the video? Just give me a minute here. Need to, yeah, like, you know, like I'm mostly most of the time I listen to metal, like black metal, but like when scalping, it's, you know, scalping is I'm trying to stay as calm as possible, because like it stresses the fuck out of me. So trying something weird, some weird chill music. Hopefully YouTube won't pull the video because of the music. Let's see. Right, so I'm just gonna add the intro here just quickly. Right, so we got media source. Intro.
Prime XPT is the most
How about that? That's not the right one. The wrong one. So I need to change that one. Right, so I got the new
Prime
intro.
XPT is the most powerful trading platform, offering immediate access to over 30 assets. Trade cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, stock indices, and much more, all from a single Bitcoin settled account. Visit the link below and start trading on Prime XPT in minutes.
DeFi Click democratizes the lending market by offering both collateralized and uncollateralized loans to everyone with cross-chain interoperability through Polkadot. For more information, visit theburbnest.com/DeFi-Click.
Wow, I really fucked up on that one. Obviously, I shouldn't have run the music in the background while running the intro. Never mind. Right, so as you can see here on the upper right, can you guys see? Can you guys actually see the screen to the upper right? Or is it too small? Otherwise, I think I can finally pull that up.
The story of conservation is the story of waste and how it can be prevented.
Right, so got that one. Yeah, it is small. All right, so I'm just gonna try this instead then. Small. All right, so let's see what happens if I switch to right screen scalping. It's obviously better. So we got the, so that's the scalping screen, and then I have the main screen right there. Right, so let's just do it like this. We're gonna first of all then look at the, that's the wrong one. Right, so let's look at the, right screen. As you can see here, we have a scalp going on. So the system here is quite easy, easy to understand. The long signal is basically So I got this indicator, right? The T1 indicator, and the long signals is based on, you know, I got 2 indicators on here. I'm trying, like, I'm developing a new indicator. I'm backtesting it, and I'm trying it out, right? And I'm also trying to see, like, I'm adding the Burbicator Pro to this to add some extra confluence, and it's actually working very, very good. And what I'm doing here is I'm adding 2 versions, and basically these 2 lines right here, that's the 13 and the 20 email. Basically what these trigger cannons are, the long signals, is basically the long signal comes after a bullish pin bar or a bullish engulfing of the 13 or the 20, because I got the both indicators on. And I want to go long when the stochastics is below 25, the stochastics RSI. When it's below the 25 and kind of turning bullish, as you can see here, so you kind of turn bullish on that long signal, so I can enter on that one. I want the stop loss to be below the swing low that made me enter, and kind of below the 50 EMA right there. So looking at the moment here, you know, basically what we're doing right here, we're basically shorting, I mean, longing right into high time frame resistance. I had no, I mean, I longed this without even looking at, you know, even zooming out, which is a terrible idea. But the results so far on this setup is quite good, actually. And the plan here is to, yeah, I'm probably, as soon as we, you know, just peak above this area right here, I'm going to move my stop to entry, basically. For a, well, you know what, I'm right, so I've been back testing this strategy, so I'm just gonna quickly go through what I'm planning to do with this scalping thing, right? So you guys know that if you've been members of the Burbnet for a while, you know that I was quite actively on the, quite active on the scalping a few months ago. Then, COVID came along and kind of turned everything upside down for me, and my my personal life and my life situation kind of changed dramatically. And I had way, like, not many moments where I could actually be at my desk undisturbed for hours, right? And that's necessary for scalping. You need to be, you need to be in the zone for at least 3 to 4 hours to really actively scalp. And it's hard to enter that state of mind for longer periods of time when you got kids in the house, right? So because of COVID, we usually have the kids at home, and I'm working from home, so that means I gotta take care of the kids, right? So that kind of flipped it all upside down. But now I'm trying to get a schedule, and I'm trying to figure out, like, when can I start scalping. So I figured out that the best time for me to actually do some scalping is between 9 in the morning and 12, right? So I've back tested a strategy on Euro USD because I'm mainly going to be scalping the forex market, right? So I've been testing a system, back testing that system on Euro USD. I'm going to show you the actual back testing sheet here, and it's quite interesting. I'm going to switch to the main shot here. This is the backtesting result, and basically what it is, it's you see here, the session is between 9 to 12. It's on the USD chart, and the signal is basically a T1 signal, like you're seeing on that scalp setup right here. So you got that, long signal on the T1, and I'm gonna take the trade if the stochastics align with the signal, right? So if the stochastics is below the 20 turning bullish, I'm gonna take the signal, right? So this is a good signal, that's a bad signal, right? And the results are, quite interesting. Let me show you. So when doing all my back testing, I'm getting statistics, like when I'm getting the statistics, I'm counting everything in R, right? And basically what that means is I'm keeping my risk consistent. So 1R is always going to be 1% of my current trading capital, because I'm always going to risk 1%. Well, it doesn't matter, 1% or a half percent. But in my case, I'm planning on risking 1% of my capital on these trades, maybe a half percent, I don't know. But anyway, looking at the results here, you can see that, you know, I've entered the date. Is it a win? Is it a loss? Is it a break even? And then the results in R, right? And I've added here, I've adding the R on top of each other, right? I got one huge 8R winner right here. Now, the interesting part here is it's only between the session 9, between 9 and 12, which means it's about, on a 1 minute shot, I get in about one or two trades a day, right? And they're usually, you know, -1R, break even, or around 2 to 3R, right? And I have one 8R winner, and the total return on risk is 24.8, which means I'm in the back testing phase in the month of January. If I were to trade exactly like this, I would have been up almost 25R, right? Which is a lot, right? That's if I risk, you know, 1%, that's 25% increase in my trading capital in 1 month, which is, you know, that's obviously not going to happen on live trading. So the next stage is to backtest this, exactly the same trades, but backtest it using the replay function in TradingView to kind of get a feeling of the live price action. And then I'm going to forward test it live for, you know, a couple of weeks and try to find an average, you know, balance between. And the take profit strategy here is never to take partial profits, and that's something I've been working on, trying to figure out what's the best way. In the past, I took 50% at 1-1 and then moved stop to entry, but that would have basically cut my return on risk in half here, so it's not worth it. So this take profit strategy here works very good. Very good. So I'm manually moving my stop loss with every new swing, right? So if I'm shorting, I'm moving my stop loss with every new swing high. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to show you guys that on Bitcoin here. It's not really giving me the results that the movements here. It's not really looking that good, right? You know, here we had I'm just gonna turn off the music really, because I find it very hard for some reason listening to music and trying to speak. Like, I'm losing my focus so quickly. So this is just way better, right? So a good signal right here. This is a pretty nice signal. We got the long signal right here, and the stochastics is below 20 and turning bullish. So that would have been a buy signal, and I would probably be up like 1 or 2R on that one, or at least, you know, probably have moved my stop to entry, and it would be a break-even trade. And that's pretty much the whole plan with this, to move the stop up but never take partial profit. And I'm just gonna move it up as far as I can, right? I mean, even up to this level right here, that's a 1.4R. So, you know, as soon as we just get above this level right here, I'm gonna add an alert right here. As soon as we just get above that level, I will move my stop to entry. Right, so let's let's look at Bitcoin on the higher time frames, right? I'm gonna keep monitoring the BTC scalp long. Right, so we got the, let's look at the weekly. We're gonna do a quick Bitcoin analysis here, and then we're gonna go to the altcoin market to see if we can find an interesting setups. I'm also gonna go through the official calls to see if we can, you know, do some updates on them. Right, so Bitcoin. Yeah, weekly isn't really giving me much, honestly. I mean, we on the weekly, the interesting area is 23, I would say, with the 20 EMA. On the daily, we got the 50. So you guys know from the last update that we you know, we expected a bounce at the daily 50 EMA. We got that, and I also talked about a potential retest of the breakdown area, or the, you know, the daily 21 EMA, which is up here. We're gonna add the 20 right here and remove that one. You can see the yellow dots right here. You know what? Let's make that a line. Russ, these yellow dotted lines right here, that's the daily 20 EMA. I mean, it's kind of alright. So I'm most likely getting stopped out on the BTC BTC long. It's not looking good. Let's see. Right. So what we're seeing right now is a, you know, basically, you know, price is following the you know, the blue line here pretty perfectly as expected, really. And now the question is this just another lower high, or will we see some form of, you know, W structure right here? I'm not really gonna bet on either today. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna scalp. I find it more interesting to scalp in a situation like this, because I'm not really feeling certain on Bitcoin's price action right now. But however, on the 1 minute, the 1 minute doesn't really care how the you know, the daily or the 4 hour looks. I mean, when trying to get in and out of a trade in a couple of minutes, it doesn't really matter if the 4 hour is printing a W or not, right? So I'm just give me a minute. No, it's just a tool like this, and there's no method. I mean, it's just an arrow, right? You know, I think price will go like this, and it did. It's I mean, so how did I know the price is gonna go up here? Well, obviously I didn't. I have no idea how price is gonna move. Like I don't know if it's going up or down. Like I have no idea. And anyone who tells you that they have an idea of where price is gonna go, they don't know. Like nobody knows. But we can look at past price history, past price data, and why up to that point? Well, because that's well, first of all, it's the high time frame. You know, look at the daily. It's the high time frame 236 fib, right? Which is a very important area. It's confluent with its, you know, support and resistance area. It's the breakdown area right here. It's just the support area. So usually when you break a level to the downside, you usually come up and retest it before going lower, right? So yeah. Right, so I'm just gonna exit the BTC long at break even. It's not really showing the reaction I want, so getting out here. We're gonna look for a new signal, and I'm actually gonna add an alert here. Well, so I think how I did it before was I used the 5 minute, and I think I used the 50 and 100, or the 50 and 200, and then, you know, just doing the same with the stochastics. And yeah, I think yeah, I do think this has better. I mean, the results are better. In backtesting, I've definitely gotten better results. Like, the old one works, but they're not going to be the problem with the new strategy is based on the New York Open, right? So it's based on price action in the 3 first hours of the London Open, right? So I don't know if it makes any sense to trade this in any other time than, you know, between 8 and 11 UTC, when the London market opens, right? So London opens at the London session begins at 9. So 9 and 3 hours forward. That's how I've structured the strategy around. And I've had to develop this on 1 minute, because the old one was using the 5 minute, and I had to develop. God damn it! I'm getting a long signal again. Fuck, man! I got a long signal like right when I exited, and it looks really good. But it's actually not a good signal. Let me show you. So I've exited break even. Now we're getting a new long signal right here. And like, this is the problem with forward testing. And basically what forward testing means, it's just trading it live and trying to get, you know, seeing how the results are. Now the problem with this is, if I were back testing this, I would not have exited this, right? And that's the problem, and that's the importance of forward testing, because my forward testing will most likely be very different from my back testing results, because of my emotions kind of playing its role, right? Now when I've done the back testing, I know that it works. I know that it works, and I know that it works quite well on your USD for that time session, and it works quite well on BTC too. But obviously should have just stayed in this one, because it's actually looking quite good now. So yeah, I'm not gonna enter this one. I'll enter on the next one. But I think I'm setting up some alerts here. I need to see. I need to set up an alert here. Long. Right, so that's the 20, 50, and 100. Then I need to do this one. I need to copy these, which is going to be, that's going to be a short one and a short one. So both of these are going to be short. All right, hopefully that works. Let's see. Let's look at Bitcoin and just wait for an alert. So basically what I'm looking at in terms of Bitcoin, let's remove this one. I mean, right now, I do think we're, kind of looks like we're ranging, right? Between the dotted lines right here. Right, so we get a long signal. Well, not really the type of long signal I want to see, but still good one. I mean, it really looks like we're gonna break out here, so should obviously not have exited that long. Anyway, 38. 38? Not sure what you mean. I think this long is going to 38. Like, so the way I'm trading the scalps is I'm moving the stop loss up with every new swing low. So if I'm long, I'm just gonna move my stop up with every new swing low. So I'm just gonna get stopped out whenever the last swing low gets taken out, right? It's just a matter of riding the trend as far as possible. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin and let's wait for a decent long. You know, they don't really come along that often, so it's a bummer that I actually exit this position. I gotta remember that I really need to stick with the plan, and the plan is to actually, you know, the plan is to, yeah, god damn it. Look at this. You know what? Let's just follow this one as if it were a live trade. You know, I'm out that break even, but let's just play it as it were a live trade. So if you guys are in, if you guys are following this, let's just play it just like I would if it were live. And right now I would put my stop loss at this level right here. That would be the stop loss, right? And you know, the idea is just to move this stop loss up with every new swing low, and let it take me out whenever it wants, right? Well, you know, this kind of feels like getting punched in the face really fucking hard. So we're most likely going to get a chance to get in on this move, hopefully, right? And we're broken an important structure on the 1 hour, and we're following a, you know, nice structure here on the 1 minute chart, right? Kind of like this trend that we got going right here. It's a very sharpy trend. It's gonna be hard to ride this trend for long periods of time. On the 1 minute, it's most likely gonna look much better on the 5 minute. It's actually about to turn bullish right here, so the next test of the 5 minute might be actually quite nice to retest to, but I'm gonna stick to the 1 minute, and the idea here is to get in and out quickly, accumulate the R over a long period of time. Yeah, this would have been, Well, up to this level, it's a 3R trade. But you know, I still got my, well, at this point, I might, you know, I'm going to move my stop to break even. But remember, this is still a break even trade, right? Because if price, so I'm actually risking 3R to win none, because price might come down to this level, right? That's a very strong support level, right? So it makes no sense really to have my stop higher up, and I do want to sacrifice a, because that, you know, I've done the back testing, and I know that once in a while you will get the, you know, winners that are up to 10R, which means that and that's 10R with moving the stop, right? Which means that it's okay to get out of break even with you know, sacrificing a 3R trade, which kind of sounds weird when you're looking at the shot like this, but you gotta remember that it's, the whole idea is to ride the trend as far as possible and take out as much profit as possible on that move, right? But you should do it in a controlled manner so that you're not risking too much, right? And you know, right now I'm not really risking anything on this trade, and we're getting a very interesting, I'm gonna get ready on the exchange here. Log me out for some reason, because we might get a very nice buy here. You see the retest of that level, that retest, if we get a buy signal right there, that's gonna be beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, like I said, I've retested this, I've back tested this more on EURUSD, not as much on BTC. So I'm not sure how well these stochastics is, you know, factoring in on BTC. So if you get a long signal here and the RSI isn't really showing, you know, the same signals, might still be a good trade. I'm not gonna take it, because I have to, you know, I have to follow the statistics, and right now the statistics are telling me that I should wait for stochastics to align, right? And if we get a couple of 1 minute candles closing, you know, maybe down here, then a buy signal, there's a big chance that the stochastic is going to be below 20. That's my long signal. And the reason, right, there we go. That's a possible long signal right there. Let's remove this setup right here. Now, I'm not gonna take it, but I should probably take it, but I'm not gonna take it. It's not a long signal even, but it's looking, it could be one. I mean, it would be a good entry. Let's see. I thought I was gonna do, you know, going to be able to do BTC analysis and scalp at the same time, but it's not easy. There we go. That's the long signal. I'm not gonna take it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful signal. But I'm gonna wait. Because I do think that it could be better. You gotta remember that, you know, that saying, money is made sitting. You know, it's all about waiting for the right setup. Remember that I entered the first trade based on this signal right here. All the other ones have been bad signals. This one would have been a fantastic trade. Fantastic trade. Now, obviously it looks like this log signal here could be a good signal too. And if you guys are taking this, I would probably put my stop loss setup would probably look something like this. If you had taken the trade, where would you put the TPs? All right, so I'm gonna say this again. Listen, I'm not taking profits on the trades. I'm moving my stop loss. Right? So I'm gonna exit default position whenever my stop loss gets hit. So I'm moving my stop loss up with every new swing low if I'm long. So as soon as that swing low gets taken out, I will get stopped out. For example, here the stop loss is currently at break even on the first trade. Then if we move up like this, the stop loss will be moved to this position right here. Then if we get another swing move like this, the stop loss is gonna be moved up here. And I'm gonna be stopped out whenever the trend ends. And the reason for that is just to try to get the big winners, because I know that if you get a 10R winner, maybe even a 15R winner, obviously it's gonna be worth it, right? There's gonna be a lot of losers on 1 5R, so right. So we're starting to enter interesting area here now. This is where I want to enter, somewhere here. Where should I have the stop loss on this trade? Probably down here. All right, so I'm ready to market buy whenever we get a long signal and a positive signal from the stochastics. Yeah, I do check the 5 minute and the 50 minute from time to time. I do. We just think. All right, here we go. That's the buy signal. We're most likely going to print the buy signal on this candle, and I'm ready to enter So I'm going to be entering, I got the finger on the trigger, so to say. Oh man, come on. So close. And my day's been good. How's your day? Yeah, this looks like a great, could be a great setup. But I don't really have high hopes if it's not gonna come in the next two candles. Yeah, there's a lot of wicks, definitely. A lot of sell pressure right here. I'm glad I didn't take that signal right here, but like I said, it didn't really align with the stochastics. It's looking great right now though, so this is the perfect scenario. Right, you wanna get in on that low of the stochastics and see the bullish momentum come in. Obviously not looking that strong in the 1 minute right here. Up for Sweden. So we're on the other side of the world. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to stare at this shot. Like, that's the problem I'm having with scalping. I'm just sitting here staring at the shot, just waiting for something to happen, and I'm just wasting time. So let's just wait for the signals. Let's do let's look at Tomo. Right, so Tomo, you know, this actually did hit the buy zone. I mean, I will track this as if it were an active trade, but I do understand that a lot of people did not get in on this trade, me included. But it did actually, like, see the upper part of the buy zone, and I think I put that in the call, was 4k sats. And the low of this wick right here is actually 4k sats. So I guess I gotta follow this as an active trade, but I'm not in it, and I guess a lot of you are not in it either. But I mean, it's actually looking quite good. But so Bitcoin is kind of breaking the structure on the 1 minute. Let's see if we can scalp something else. Link maybe. Yeah, Link is not looking good to scalp. By the way, I forgot to show you Tomo. Right, so what I mean is, I had the wrong screen up. So this is Tomo, right? And this wick right here actually hit the buy zone. Still good to enter? You mean Tomo? Well, it's yeah. I guess you could enter here, but it's just better to wait for a good setup, right? It's not worth entering something that's not, you know, as good as it could be. And I think it's just worth waiting for that retest of the breakout area. I really do think it's worth it. What else is good scalping? Dot maybe. Probably switch the screens here. So let's look at one more. Ethereum, of course. Yeah, no, let's. Well, the 1 minute trend is have definitely broken on BTC, and Link just looks weird. I mean, sure, we had some beautiful, like, look at these signals right here. I mean these are really the trades we are looking to enter, right? So let's just look at one of these, right? We got, let's see, that one. Yes, we have, I guess, look at this one. So this is a good trade, right? You enter here with a stop probably below here, and then you're just gonna move the stop up with every new swing low. So look at Link USDT here, for example. You've entered here, right? And that's your stop loss level. Then you get another swing low, so you move the stop here. Then you have another swing low, you move it here, and then another swing low here, and another swing low here. Then probably you get stopped out here. I think maybe, yeah, we'll probably have gotten stopped out here. That's a, that's a 4-hour trade, and if you're lucky, maybe you place your stop loss down here, you wouldn't have got stopped out, so you would probably in that case get stopped out somewhere in that region, and that's going to be a 5-hour trade, and that's the trade we are looking for, right? Right, can you guys hear me? Let's see if I got everything up and running. Let's see. All right, seems like I'm up again. Right, weird. I think something happened with my VPN, so I had to disconnect the VPN for some weird reason. Right, so we're still seeing the same structure going on. Dot had a very nice bounce here. That's a really good one. But no buy signal, obviously. So Dot actually looks pretty good. I like the trend on Dot, so we might see a trade on this one. But for now, it's Yeah. So yeah, what I'm looking for here is retest of the emails on dot. Not now out of these four right here, dot definitely looks like the better one, and I don't have any alerts on dot, so I gotta. And this is gonna take too much time to actually get in, get an alert up, but a retest of that area would be really good. Right, so I'm not really. God damn it. Sorry about that. This is this is what I'm looking at, right? So we got the dot. If you look at all of these all these four shots right here, you see that you have Bitcoin is below the EMAs. Chainlink is just breaking above the EMAs right now, but they're in a bearish structure. Ethereum is below, but DOT had a very nice bounce of the 100 EMA right here with stochastics at oversold. So out of these four, I definitely think dot looks the best on the market structure. I'm gonna take a quick look through the I'm not used to trading. Using this strategy on Binance futures in crypto. I'm more used to it in forex, and I mean it's a whole nother thing, really. And they really have a huge list. And Binance has really added quite a large number of assets to trade on the future. The link.ltc, LTC, ADA. Look at LTC quick. Dot is just under daily resistance. Let's see. Maybe it's better shown on this. Well, this definitely it's kind of breaking up, man. So definitely this would be, yeah. I mean, look at this. Right under daily resistance. I wouldn't really call this right under daily resistance. I would call it right above or right inside the resistance area. Yeah, this looks strong. This looks really strong. Yeah, I know, man. My connection went out. I don't know what happened. I had my VPN on. I had to disconnect the VPN, and then all of a sudden everything just came back, which is kind of weird. Right, getting a short signal on Litecoin, I don't like that. Dot might print a long signal here, but stochastics is not in line with this. So what I'm going to do for the next version of this indicator is I'm going to basically tell it that you know, it shouldn't print any signals if the stochastics is not you know, in line with the actual signal. Right, let's do a quick market scan. If we can get the... I'm gonna use the market scanner in the burb nest. Right, so the USDT pairs are actually looking very good. As you can see here, we are, you know, USDT pairs are, you know, very bullish. But I was gonna take a look at DFI BTC. That's when everything crashed, so I'm not sure if I want to, but take a look at DFI BTC. Yeah, I don't know what this is, and whatever this is, it's looking good, right? Yeah. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. It's just looking very weird. The chart and the price action is just looking very weird. I don't really know what I'm looking at here, but I'm gonna look at these wicks and seem to be not a lot of liquidity here, but I don't know what I'm watching. The trend is very much to the upside. It's most likely gonna continue up. I don't know. I don't like dotting coins that look like this with all the wicks and the weird price action. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. It's probably going higher, and just buy the break up, buy the break and retest or whatever. I can't really help you much with this. Right, so the USDT shot is looking... This is easier to analyze. Because now we have some, you know... I guess this will follow Bitcoin. It kind of has this area right here. That's the bullish scenario, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one really. I mean, if we hold this green area support and reclaim, you know, 2.8, that's gonna be price discovery, obviously. To hold this green area, that, you know, it looks good. But if we lose this low, we're most likely going lower, and it looks like it's following Bitcoin pretty much. Yeah, Bitcoin is not in a good scalping environment right here. That's for sure. It's really the reason why I wanted to scalp today was just to show you guys this that I'm working on. It's really not a good environment to be scalping, and really I don't really enjoy scalping crypto on 1 minute either, because it's just extremely volatile. It's just a crazy market, and on weekends you can get some weird price action. You can get wicks that just spikes right through the charts on 1 minute, and like if you use a market stop loss, you can get some very stupid differences in the spread. Right, let's look at Litecoin here, because it's actually, I mean, it's actually showing a good signal here, a short signal, and I don't know, like, am I? Do I want to short Litecoin? Yeah, yeah, why not? I mean, it's giving the correct signal. I don't know. It feels weird, but I'm gonna do it. No, I haven't entered just yet. Yeah, so I haven't entered the LTC short right here, but I might. I mean, look, the 5 minute trend is up, the 15 minute trend is up, the 1 hour trend is locally up, but emails are down. 4 hour not looking that beautiful. It's obviously weird shorting here, but giving a decent signal. But now we're, now we're above the emails right here, so you can see these lines right here. It kind of kept below this one, and now we're kind of breaking above the 13 and the 20 emails, so need to break below that first. And the interesting part about crypto is, you're watching Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and DOT, and you see that when when one moves up, the other ones follow, basically. The trend will all in the market structure will look a little bit different, but they usually follow each other, right? You see the structure on Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum is pretty much identical here. But DOT is actually not really the same. But I think that I actually now Ethereum is showing a potential short too. Let's see. Yeah, I'm taking the Litecoin short. Let's see if we can get a local breakdown here. I have no stop loss on this one. I will monitor it live to see if we yeah, we're getting some pretty bullish action here on the 1 minute on everything. So yeah, that's not a good, like, I was thinking that, you know, we get that candle right there. I was thinking to wait, you know, wait for the next candle kind of close below. Let's see what we get. Right, so I get a stop loss at 139.75. That's gonna be the stop loss, and I want an alert whenever this level gets broken to the downside. Right, what's going on Link? Let's see, where do we have Link? Right, so kind of feels like a gamble shorting here because of the consolidation here on the 1 minute and on the 15 and 5 minute. It kind of looks like I'm shorting the bottom of a channel, but I gotta follow the signals. Let's look at Link. Yeah, we could have an interesting opportunity on Link, most likely on the next bounce. So what I'm looking at on Link here is this structure right here. And I'm thinking a break and retest like that with a long signal and the stochastics at oversold. That would be pretty good. So Bitcoin is showing giving us a short signal right here. Yeah, so it actually looks like it wants to break down here, which is good because we're in Litecoin, and Litecoin will follow Bitcoin most likely. This is a good signal on Bitcoin, a good short signal on Bitcoin. I'm not gonna take that one because I'm in Link, and basically entering this short on Bitcoin will be a double the exposure basically, because Link will follow Bitcoin. So I'm already at the 1 hour on Litecoin. Looks like it's actually, well, too early to tell obviously, but looks all right. Let's see, did I enter somewhere here? I think. Right, there we go. Right, so we're now moving stop to break even. No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for this candle to close. We're gonna wait for the next swing. All right. No, I don't like it. It's not really looking that good. Well, depends on this candle right here, and it depends on how price reacts to uh, this area. So we're at support right now. However, if we lose this area, that's why I don't want to move my stop to entry, because if we lose this area, this will most likely be a big winner. We're gonna give it time. We can't be, we can't be too greedy, and you always have to be, okay with losing the trade, right? It's very important to not exit too early, not move your stop to entry too early. I mean, if I were to move my stop here, I could just have gotten stopped out here, right? So we need to be patient and actually wait. I mean, we're most likely going to bounce down here, but the risk to reward is very good if we lose this support level. You see that the stochastics was at oversold down here, which gave us a nice bounce. Now if the stochastics can go up to overbought while trading in this area where we currently are right now, I think this is going to be the the new swing high. That's going to mean we have a swing high at the entry point. And then if we break this level right here, then that's when we can move our stops to entry. Sometimes I like to put in a take profit, far down, just in case we dump quite far down. And the obvious level I'm looking at, I'm probably not going to have that much time to actually actively manage this position tonight. So I might as well exit Is it always a bad idea to add to a short after your initial? Well, it's a bad idea if it's not part of your strategy, right? And your strategy should be something that you have back tested and forward tested extensively to know that it's you know, if it's working or not. I don't think it's a bad idea if you know that it's working, right? However, the fact that you're asking that question probably means that you don't have any statistics to back it up, and it probably means that you're getting greedy and you want to get a bigger position because you're seeing the potential profits, right? Now you're gonna switch that around and look at the potential loss instead, because that's the number one, right? That's the number one. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. All that matters is how much you're losing, because if you have a profitable system, you're all going to make money. But if you're risking too much and you're losing too much, you're not going to make any money, because your losers are going to be bigger than your winners. So focus on not, focus on how much not to lose. And right now I'm in at my maximum loss limit, which is 1R, which is 1%. Or in this case, it's actually 0.5%. But I'm not going to add any more risk. But I will, however, add a take profit to 1 hour 2. Yeah, I'm going to add a take profit at 13775. Now I might get stopped out before I hit the take profit because I'm gonna move my stop down, but this is a level that I think will, act as strong support. And I mean, obviously, you look at this move up here. I mean, could have gotten in on. I mean, that's a decent signal right here, and obviously, if you just ride that down, it would have been a huge winner. But most likely, I would have taken profits. I don't know, man. Like down here, you have that structure right here. That's probably gonna act as strong support, and it's actually the same area they're gonna mark out right now. So it might not have been a big winner. Right. Bitcoin is looking great for a short. The short signal on Bitcoin right here was beautiful, and we're now potentially getting a new short signal. It's not a valid signal because of the stochastics, but the fact that Bitcoin might be entering a new 1-minute downtrend means that Litecoin will most likely follow. It's just that Litecoin is just lagging behind a little bit in the market structure, but Ethereum is having a bearish break. Chainlink, however, is holding the level very nicely. We're not getting any long signals. Got some weird price action on Chainlink right here, but it's still holding that support very, very nicely. So a long signal on Link shortly, and I might actually enter a new trade. So we're getting a new long signal on Litecoin. It's actually a valid, a short signal. So it's actually a valid short signal again on Litecoin. So I'm thinking that, yeah, Bitcoin is breaking down here. For some weird reason, Litecoin is strong. Really thought Litecoin would follow Bitcoin here. So definitely, I think it requires a bigger bearish move from Bitcoin to make Litecoin lose this level right here. Right. Link. I gotta go long on Link. Yep. Fuck, man. I haven't even calculated the position. I'm such a bad scalper. Should have had the short up long time ago. God damn it. If I calculate, entry should be, let's just say 25.3. 25.3. Where's the stop loss? Stop loss should be 25, 25.1, 25.1, 25.1. Right, so I'm going long Link here, obviously. Whoa, really? Yeah. Right, I'm long. Small position because for some reason I couldn't enter anymore any bigger. But some long Link on that breakout. See, where's my entry? And the stop loss should be, where do you want to put that stop loss? The best place, because this is just so volatile right now, it should be below the 100. So 24.99 probably. Right, so we got stop 24.99, 24.98. Putting it at 24.98 for Link. Right. What are some easily recognizable signs for when a market is good for scalping? Well, all right. So that's all up to your strategy, right? So I can take this for example. So get the, again, this is optimized for the forex market, but it definitely works in the crypto market. So yeah, well, you want to find a clearly established trend. Now, obviously, this is not a clearly established trend. However, you have a pretty nice range right here, right? And you have some clearly defined areas right here. And you're breaking above the high of the range, and you're forming a range on the 1 minute, right, according to the EMAs. Now you have the start of a potential range. And if you look at the past price action for Link, well, look at this, right? These are the trends we're looking to take. These are the longs we're looking to take, right? So I'd say that it's a good question. A question I'm not really sure how to answer, because like I'm scalping just the same way as I would be swing trading. It's just it moves 100 times faster, right? So I mean, this is exactly how I would trade the daily or the 4-hour chart on crypto. So it's just the same thing, right? I'm just trading the chart how, like, I'm just buying the break and retest of whatever structure I'm looking at. Might sound weird, but that's it's pretty much the same thing, at least for me. All right, so light. Yeah, I'm closing the Litecoin short right here. it's not. Yeah, I'm closing the Litecoin short here. It will most likely take out my stop loss anyway. I mean, if you look at the structure right here, we bounced nice love here, created a high low down there on that wick, and Bitcoin is kind of regaining its strength right here. So I'm closing Litecoin a very small loss, obviously, and I'm staying long on Chainlink here because I think this is where we have the potential for a big winner, especially if Bitcoin can regain some. I read that heat maps are great for scalping. Well, again, it depends on. And Renko shots and Heikenhashi candles are great for scalping too. Not using EMAs are great for scalping too. I mean, it's the matter of what system, what strategy are you using to scalp, right? Now, obviously, honestly, I think that the 1 minute in crypto might not be the best shot to trade. I think the 5 minute might be easier, and if you look at the 5 minute here, you may have some absolutely beautiful signals right here. I mean, look at that buy right here. Imagine going long on that one, stops below this one, and just move your stop up. You would probably get stopped out here. But that's a 7-7 trade, right? Got another one. Let's see. Yeah, so scalping the 5 minute or the 15 minute is definitely. I mean, look at this trend right here. It's just absolutely beautiful, right? Just beautiful. So scalping the 1 minute might not be the. Yeah. Might not be the best option. What if Litecoin just dumps here? That'd be fun. All right, guys. I think I'm done for today. Actually, I'm getting up very early. Yeah, I do. I do think, you know, order block reading for, you know, in crypto on the low caps could be you know, very good, especially like you say for profit taking and that kind of stuff. But this is all I do for scalping, really. Just ride the trend. All right, guys. Most likely doing a webinar tomorrow again for some more scalping. I'm most likely gonna continue scalping. If the link trade goes well here, I'm most likely gonna continue trading scalping link tomorrow. And yeah, link looks super strong, super strong. All right, take care, guys. See you guys next time.